Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Roma Lash TV. And this video, I'm gonna be reviewing Baddies Africa Episode 2. So let's get into it. This was a pretty interesting episode. I think I like this one more than the first. Let me see. Let me just miss full screen. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. I know this is kind of late, but I mean, it was my birthday weekend, so I had to celebrate, turn up with the friends, the fam, whatever. But I'm back. Here's my review video for episode 2, Baddies Africa. Let's get into it. So, where we last left off, Anna, Natalie, and Stunna, they were meeting up to have their so-called dinner, So yeah, they were meeting up. Anna just arrived, and her and Stunna were supposed to be going at it, but her and Natalie ended up going at it. And yeah, they caught a fade, Anna was running her mouth. Natalie wasn't even like trying to fight Anna, she didn't come prepared to do that, but yeah, Anna was running her mouth, so they got into it, they ran their fade. And a lot of people were saying that like Natalie got her ass whooped by Anna. Honestly, I did not see that. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all guys, because if it's one thing with me, I'm not biased, okay? Like, even if I have a favorite, even if I have one that I like more than the other, I am not biased, okay? Um, Natalie did not get beat up by Anna. Y'all love to. I know Anna has a lot of fans, okay? A lot of people like Anna, and I get it, but Anna did not beat up Natalie. Okay, I'll be the first to say it. She did not beat up Natalie. She got a few hits in. I will say that she grabbed Natalie by her hair. I don't know if my screenshots are clear enough, but okay, yeah, right here. She grabbed Natalie by her hair, and she gave her maybe one or two hits in. She got one or two good hits in. I will say that. But to say she beat up Natalie is a big, big stretch, guys. Big, big stretch. She didn't do no damage. She didn't give her no knots. She couldn't even snatch off her wig, at least. Okay. The girl grabbed her by her hair, gave her two good punches, and that was it. But and you can tell Anna's never want to fight, because like she does like the bare minimum, and ha ha, I beat you up, yeah, like you could tell she's never want to fight. She's probably never been in a fight until Baddies, because child, the way she be, Anna just be acting like she be whooping bitches ass. Like she does, like she'll punch you one or two times, and she'll swear she mopped the floor with you, like it's crazy. And then like the fans, the viewers just hyping her up. It doesn't make it any better, But like, look, I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. Anna did not beat up Natalie, okay? She, like I said before, she pulled her hair. She got a good, she got a good hold of her. She gave her one or two good punches, and that was it. Okay. And then, of course, the security broke it up, because that's how it is on Zeus. You never really get to fight for real. When it comes to the OGs, when it comes to the favorites, okay, you never really get to see anybody fight for real. When it comes to people like Natalie, Scotty, the OGs, you never really see anybody get to fight for real. So that's how you can tell who the favorites are, because they broke up that fight quick. So yeah, so they're just Anna's just, continuing to run her mouth, calling Natalie moon face, this, that. Y'all are so unoriginal with y'all disses. Like, ugh. Because Scotty started calling her moon face, now you're gonna call the girl moon face? Come on. Anyway, so they're just going back and forth, and Anna's running her mouth like she really did something. And Natalie's just like, girl, you stay on this show, you are gonna get fucked up every day. Every single day. I'm gonna make sure. So Then again, Stunner Girl's there, so she's just watching all this shit. She's just watching everything go down, waiting for her turn to squabble. And yeah, that they Natalie and Anna, they had their quick little squabble, and that was that. Natalie sits down, rolls her blunt, smokes it, whatever, and Stunner Girl's just there, like, you know what? Yeah, you handled that girl. You got in, well, not handle, but you got in the paint with her. All right, do your thing, Natalie. So Anna goes back to fix her hair or put on her hat, her Eskimo hat, whatever it was. And let me not say Eskimo because that apparently it's a slur. Her winter hat. And yeah, so Sun is just there. She's waiting for her turn to fight Anna. Anna comes out after, and Sun is just there. So Anna comes out, and they square up, okay? And let me just say, when it comes to Anna and Stunna, I saw a lot of people, just like with the fight with Natalie, I was really disappointed with how biased the viewers of Baddies really are. Like, y'all are really, 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 really biased. It is sickening how biased y'all are, okay? I know Anna's been on the show for a while, and I know she probably has a lot of fans, but look, the fight between Anna and Stunna, you really want to know who won? The security. I'm just like, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. I'm not being biased. The security won this fight, okay? They won the fight because anyway, let me continue. So they square up, and I would say, okay, the first round, Anna got Stunna in her head. Like, she gave Stunna a good punch right in her forehead. That was like the first round, okay? So she got Stunna in her forehead. Stunna pushed her. I think she slapped her too. And then the security broke it up. So then, and as you notice, I'm so happy I got this screenshot. If you notice, the security is on Stunna. Nobody's touching Anna. One is guarding Anna, and one is on Stunna. Okay, so this right here should tell you something. Okay, the security is on Stunna, not Anna. They're on Stunna. Okay. So then Stunna's like, let us fight, Again, here, the security is Stunna, move back, step back. Okay, all right. Next screenshot. So yeah, Natalie's just watching everything. So this is the second round. So Stunna shoved Anna. And this right here, I don't know if did I get okay. So Stunna got a hold of Anna's head. As you can see, Anna is holding Stunna's head too. Okay. I don't know if she was just trying to hold her head or pull off her do-rag or whatever, but Stunna has her hand on Anna has her hand on Stunna Girl, and Stunna Girl is holding Anna's head with one hand and punching her with the other. I think Stunna got like maybe one or two punches in Anna's head. And then before you know it, security breaks it up. So then Stunna gets like, she starts pulling Anna's hair because I mean that's all she could do at this point with the security there. That's all she could do, and Anna's just like I don't know why she was laughing because she had one hand holding Stunna's arm and then the other hand was just like up in the air. So I don't know why she was I don't know why she was doing that. Like you weren't doing anything, Anna. Stunna Girl more had you than you had her. So anyway, so yeah, this was just a whole bunch of nothing. Cause like I said, you're holding Stunna's hand and Stunna's holding your hair. I don't know what this was. Like, I don't know if this was just her hair, if it was blood. I don't know what it was, but yeah. So anyway, so then round 3, again, Stunna. No, this is my bad. This is the same round. This is round 2. My bad. This is round two. Yeah. Some of my screenshots are a little mixed up, guys. OMG. So yeah, this is when Stunna had her. Stunna's like, I'm not letting you go, bitch. I'm not letting you go. That was funny. It's like, I'm not letting you go, bitch. I got you. I got you. What is this on Anna's? That's either blood or that's just her hair or a scar. I don't know. This right here. Anywho. So yeah. Stunna had Anna for like a good few minutes. Then she lets her go. Anna starts twerking and ahhing like she did something. She starts saying, yeah, Tasiki taught me not to pull hair and to just punch, just to throw hands and stuff like that. And I'm like, girl, you was trying to pull Stunna's hair or her do-rag. So yeah, Tasiki probably taught you well, but yeah, you're not yeah, you're not practicing what you've been taught, girl. You're not practicing what you've been taught. Cause yeah. You still trying to pull hair. So the third round, again, more hair pulling, more shoving. Stunner Girl again was trying to shove Anna. She smushed her face. And yeah, there's just a lot of shoving and hair pulling, really. Face smushing. Um, I want everybody in the comments to show me where you see Stunna getting mopped in this fight. Okay? Show me, put the timestamp of all the screenshots that I'm showing you. Put a timestamp to where you see Stunna Girl getting mopped by Ahna. Okay? Because you know me with the screenshots. I put a lot of screenshots in my videos. Okay? So, as you can see, the security is back breaking up the fight. So, who won the fight between Stunna and Ahna? Again, the security. The security. Because every time Stunna was I feel like if the security wasn't breaking up the fight so quick, I really think Stunna would have beat up Ahna. Okay? I really think Stunna would have beat up Ahna. But hey, even here, Anna was like, I got you, and like no one was touching anybody. The security was both of the security was in between them. Stunna wasn't able to get Anna. Anna wasn't able to get Stunna, and Anna was like, I got you. Like, no, nobody got anybody. Nobody got anybody. Okay, Anna, if anything, you look like a troll. Your lashes are off. Your hair's a mess. Like, at one point, it even looked like she had a knot on her head, but a really, really small knot. So, anyway, the last round, again, just more hair pulling. More hair pulling. I don't know if they were trying to slap each other in the face or smush each other, but the security was not like the security was really pissing me off, guys. Okay. Stunna and Anna, they got robbed of Fade. They both came here to run a Fade and they got robbed. Justice for Anna and Stunna Girl, because all they really got to do was pull on each other's hair. Y'all didn't get to fight for real. Y'all didn't, and I see people in the comments, yeah, Anna mopped the floor with Stunna Girl. Stunna got whooped. Like, where? Where? I know y'all don't like Stunna Girl because, she, you know what I mean? Like, some of the antics that she does, some of the things she says about people and her exposing people and her man and Sierra talking bad about. I get it. A lot of y'all don't like Stunna Girl, but be fair, okay? Be fair. Call a spade a spade. Don't be biased. Like it is what it is. Like nobody won this. This was a trash ass fight. This fight was ass. It was garbage. This fight was a waste of time. I was very, very disappointed. Very disappointed. Like, I don't know, like, nah. This was garbage. And y'all have the audacity. Even we got people like Sukiana saying, "Oh, Anna ate what? Ate what? What did she eat? What did she eat?" I will say the last round, I will give it to Anna because I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't know if she had a. Some people say she had a ring on, and she made Stunna bleed. I don't know what it was, but somehow, some way, Stunna girl was bleeding. I don't know if it was her arm. I don't know if it was her forehead and it leaked onto her arm. I don't know what it was, but Stunna was bleeding, and I assume Anna did it. Who knows? It could have been the security because I think Stunna got touched by the security more than she did Anna. So for all we know, it could have been the security that did that. It could have been Anna. It could have been Anna. But if it was Anna who did that, I'll give the fourth round to Anna. But the other 3 rounds were trash. And the other 3 rounds, I give it to the security because what the hell? So yeah, so Anna was going off. Yeah, tell the internet I beat you up. Go online and talk about how I beat you up. You did not beat up shit, girl. You did not beat up shit. None of y'all beat up anything. None of y'all beat up anything. I'm sorry. You have many knots on your forehead. Like, girl, please. 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 Y'all both look a mess. One is leaking and you look like a troll, okay? So, yeah, right here. I don't know. But yeah, Anna's gonna go off and act like she did something. What is this here, guys? What is this? Are those little knots? Like, what is that? What is that? What is that? Is that a knot? What is that? What is that? Somebody tell me what this is in the comments. Anywho, so they run their 4 trash ass fades, and then Stunna goes in the bathroom to clean off the blood. Natalie goes in to check up on her, and they're just like, this bitch is still out here talking, running her mouth. And I mean, hey, like, it's Anna. We know how Anna is. And yeah, this girl, it was so like cringe. Like, this girl was really laughing and kicking, like she really, really. You can tell Anna's never want to fight in her life because you did this. You're going off for this. Ooh, child. This must be like the first fight you've ever quote unquote won. Anywho, so Stunna, she did what she had to do, and now she's out of the building, and she's just like, bitch, you didn't beat me, you didn't win, you're delusional. I'm out. Peace. And yeah, Anna's running her mouth. Stunna girl's like, we out this bitch. So next scene, the baddies, they arrived in Africa, Cape Town, South Africa to be exact. Whoop. So y'all could see. And we see Natalie and Rolly. They're just in the sprinter, and they're just talking about, Natalie is just giving Rolly the rundown of what happened with Anna and Stunna girl, and letting her know, yeah, Anna was running her mouth, talking all that New York cash money shit and blah 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 blah. And Natalie was like, yeah, you didn't want to be at the dinner with Stunna girl. What was that all about? Do you have beef with Stunna girl? And Rolly's like, no, I don't really have beef with Stunna girl. So why weren't you there, Rolly? Because y'all already fought on Baddies West, and then that was like that between y'all. Y'all haven't said anything about each other since. So, anywho, I think the best fight we've seen from Stunna girl on Baddies was with Rolly, because you see, when she fought Rolly, Rolly wasn't a favorite and Stunna girl wasn't a favorite, right? So they actually let them fight. That's what I liked about the fights with Rolly and Stunna girl. Even the one with Stunna girl and Biggie, they actually let them fight. Yeah, the security got involved in everything, as they should, as they're supposed to, but they actually gave them a chance to really fight. This bullshit that was in this episode with Anna and Stunna girl, it was oh my gosh, what a waste of time. They could have kept that. Honestly, Dudes, they could have kept that. The fight was heavily edited. I don't know how we go from girls mushing each other and pulling hair and shoving each other to all of a sudden Stunner Girl's arm is leaking. Like it just didn't make no sense to me. They could have just kept that. But you know what? I'm happy Stunner Girl made her money. Kudos to her. I think she made like 150K or something. So you know what? Shout out to her. So yeah, they're on the sprinter and they're just talking about, how they're going to be in Africa. They're excited. They can't wait to go see the girls, the newbies, the girls who were there last season and stuff. They're talking about DTB, how DTB is a clout chaser. Rolly's like, yeah, she's really a clout chaser, and for a woman at her age, like it's like overbearing. And yeah, they're just talking and talking and about like, what's to come, what they're excited for and whatever. So yeah, so they're on their way to, I guess, the hotel or um the baddie's house. I don't know if they're gonna be in the baddie's house or if they're gonna be in a hotel. So then we see the OGs. And well, I mean, they're not really OG. We see the big three, let's put it like that. We see the big three and we see some of the newbies, the new girls. So they're excited. They're getting ready to go on the sprinter. And everybody has their shots, everybody's in good spirits. Baddie shot o'clock. Hey. So they're boarding the sprinter. And everybody is just introducing themselves, getting to know each other. Everybody already knows the big three. So they're like, yeah, I'm Cole Killer, I'm K Rican, I'm whatever. Dolly's like, oh, K Rican, not K Rican, Cole Killer. I've been listening to your music for a long time now. I've been bumping your shit. There was one time, I got into a fight at the club and they were banging your music and blah 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 blah. And Cole Killer's like, oh, for real? Okay, all right. So yeah, so they're just Dolly's doing most of the talking. Lex is just like feeling them out. She's observing more than anything. And yeah, they're just asking them like, okay, who are you excited to see and stuff like that. Y'all got beef with any of the girls? Like, what's tea? Like, what's tea? So Dolly's asking the girls these questions, and what's her name? What's the girl name? Oh my gosh, Cole Killer. She's like, oh yeah, I want to see DTV because I want to address her about this song. I want to address her about this song that she took from me. The song that she did with Tinka. It's a real baddie party you cannot get in. Apparently, they stole that song from Cole Killer. I personally never heard of the song, but apparently the song is very popular. It has 40 million views, so the song is popular, guys. So Diamond and Tinka, they stole her song, and that wasn't really like what she was upset about. It was more so like, okay, you stole my song, you sampled it, whatever, but don't act like y'all don't know me, y'all never heard of my song or whatever. So that's where her problem is. That's where her issue is. So I'm like, girl, I hope you could fight, because if you coming for DTB, I hope you could fight, y'all, because you small. So I really hope you could fight. So yeah, so they're just talking and everything. And yeah, like I said, Cold Killer said she don't mess with Diamond. They stole her song, blah blah blah. And Dolly explains that she beat up DTB. You know, so I guess she was happy to hear that, like, Cold Killer is not fucking with DTB, because she's like, I beat up DTB and Ivory. And yeah, she's talking about how she closed Ivory's eye and stuff like that. Y'all closed each other's eye, okay? So hey, Ivory already got her lick back with you. So yeah, so she's telling her that. One thing I did notice is that Cold Killer blinks a lot. Like, she blinks a lot. Like, damn. She blinks a lot. I don't know if it's the lashes, but She blinks like like 100 times per minute. Like it's crazy. So yeah. Um, Another thing I wanted to point out is you see this outfit. Let me let y'all get a good look at it. You see this outfit right here that Dolly's wearing? A lot of people have been giving her like flack for it because apparently this outfit is on it's at Rainbow. Now I live in Canada, so I don't know what Rainbow is. I guess it's like a store in the States that sells like cheap clothes. Okay. Like a I don't know, like a cheap store with cheap clothes or some shit like that because they're clowning her for wearing this outfit. And I actually really like this outfit. I like it. I like anything with stripes and I like anything that's colorful. So this is right up my alley. And it's a two-piece, long sleeve. I would wear this. I don't care if it's on Shein, Temu. I would rock this outfit. Child, I would rock the hell out of this outfit. I love it. But she was getting like a lot of like, backlash for wearing it. And what I notice is no one is giving Cole Killer any smoke for wearing this. Because this, if y'all don't know, this is on Temu. Okay? This pink corset is on Temu. They actually have it in like 10 different colors. They have it in blue, black, red. I actually have it in black and red, guys. It fits me so nice. But yeah, so I'm like, why isn't anybody giving her any flag for wearing this Timu corset? But everybody's on Dolly's ass for wearing this nice two-piece from Rainbow. And y'all be dissing people that wear Timu shit all the time. So I just like not that I care because like I said, I shop from Timu, Sheen, wherever. Expensive stores, cheap stores, I don't care. If the clothes is good quality and it look nice and I like the fabric, I will wear it. I don't care where it come from. Okay? I don't care. So anywho, so Fauna calls out Summer and says, I know, because like, the girls, they're just talking and getting to know each other and whatnot. So Fauna calls out Summer and she says, I know like you say what's on your mind and stuff, but I don't think you mean like a lot of the things you say, but you just be talking. So Summer didn't really like that one, did she? So she's just like, no, like I mean what I say, you know. So Dolly's just like, all right, so no, enough of that. Are y'all fucking with the trio or not? You know, the trio meaning her, Lex, and Summer. And Cold Killer's like, yeah, we fucking with y'all, we fucking with it. So then, um, Dolly lets them know that like, if y'all are gonna be, if y'all are an alliance, it's cool and all, but just letting you know, we are the original trio. Okay, we're the original trio, and Fauna and Kay Weekend, they're just looking at her like, excuse you, bitch, what? Like what? And like Dolly, she's trying to be like respectful about it, like like no shade, but like we are the original trio. Like it is what it is. And like they never claimed to be a trio, but I get it. Like Dolly, she just wants to make it be known that we are us. We them girls. So Fauna's just like that's cool and everything, but oop, my bad, I went too far. Yeah. So Fauna's just like that's cool and everything, but you gotta remember, like y'all were the newbies last season, and y'all were on the OG's asses, okay? And you didn't take your foot off their neck, so now we are in your position now. So and Dolly's just like, no, it's none of that. Like we're not OGs. Like we're not newbies, but we're not OGs either. We're all baddies. But we just gotta let y'all know that we are the original trio. That's it. That's all. So like I said before, whole time Lex is just there, and Lex is just listening, scoping everybody out, observing. And then Fauna addresses Summer, and she's like, You don't remember me from the auditions, do you? And I'm thinking to myself, like, girl, you know how many girls were at the auditions? Like, there was like, I don't know, like thousands of you guys. You really think Summer remembers you? What did you do to be memorable? Like, anywho. So, they start arguing about Fauna's name. They get to arguing about Fauna's name because Fauna's like, oh, my name is Fauna, blah blah blah. And then I think Summer called her Fana or Fanta. And she's like, no, my name is Fauna. And Summer's just like, girl, don't nobody respect your name. Like, nobody cares, nobody respects your name, whatever. I'm gonna call you whatever. And Fauna's just like, no, because if I call you any name outside of your name, you're not gonna like it. So my name is Fauna, call me that. That's it, that's all. And Summer's like, girl, again, nobody's gonna respect your name. And Cold Killer, she's there trying to defend her friend that she just made 5 minutes ago. And she started saying to Summer, she said something like, she said something to Summer. I couldn't make out what it was, but Summer got up immediately and she started swinging on that bitch. This little bitch Cold Killer, she started swinging on her. She didn't waste no time. It happened so fast, child. It happened so fast. But yeah, they start swinging, and yeah, it was just all hell broke loose. Let's just put it that way. All hell broke loose. Dolly, because of course, K can want to jump in, Fana want to jump in, and it's a 3-on-3. So if Fana's gonna jump in, guess what? Dolly's gonna jump in. If K Weekend jumps in, guess what? Lex is gonna jump in. So, like I said, it was a 3-on-3. And I don't really know what Dolly was doing. I don't know what Summer was doing. Summer got some licks in, I will say that, with Fauna. But Big Lex was really like, she was working K Weekend and Cold Killer. I will say that. She was doing the most damage, Big Lex, okay? Big Lex got activated, okay? She got activated. It went down in that sprinter. They fought a few rounds. Shout out to Big Lex, because like I said, she got activated. She was pounding K Weekend and Killer's head, okay? So yeah. I don't know what Dolly was doing, but yeah. Dolly was trying to get her licks in, but hey, it is what it is. So um it got so bad to the point where they had to kick them off the sprinter. They were off the sprinter for hours, okay? For hours. Like, it was like pitch dark. It was nighttime. Hours. Okay. And you would think it would have stopped then, but no, like the drama continued. Even off the sprinter. They're still cussing them out. Summer was trying to like open the back door of the sprinter to get to the girls on the sprinter, the newbies. What's her name? Cold Killer. She started spitting at Summer like Hawk2, and I just find that so nasty. I've never spit on anybody in my life, and it's just so cringe. Like, I just hate when people spit on people. It's so nasty. Like, that is the worst thing you could do. I'd rather a bitch slap me in my face than spit on me. It is just so nasty. So nasty. I'd rather throw a rock at a bitch than spit on them. Like, it's just gross. So anyway, so she spits on Summer, or tries to spit on Summer. Summer take off her shoe and tries to hit them, but pussies, they closed the window. I think the security, I think they closed the window, sorry, of the sprinter. So Summer wasn't able to throw anything at them. So yeah, they ended up opening the window again, and K Rican shoots a bottle of water on Summer. And Dolly, as you can see here, she has a bottle of water ready to throw it. I don't know, like, I think she waited too long. I guess she was waiting for the right time to shoot it, but girl, this would have been the perfect time to shoot it, but I guess she didn't want to get wet. So, yeah, it is what it is, but you should have shot that water at them, girl. So, anywho, yeah, it was just like, just arguing. So anyway, we see the other half of the so-called OGs, and I mean, like, Scotty, DTB, Ivory, Pretty P, and they're going on their sprinter. And their sprinter looks a little nicer. I'm not gonna lie. This sprinter looks a little nicer, and we have the other newbies. So we have LCK, Tavy Baby, and Russian Cream. So they get on the sprinter. Everybody's introducing themselves to each other. And Diamond, she goes, "Oh, you're Tavy Baby. You're the one who was saying that oh, I was entitled, I was acting entitled and stuff like that." And Tavy Baby's like, "Yep, that was me. Yep. Sit down." So they start going at it. They start going at it. It really did not take long. They were on the sprinter, not even 5 minutes, and they started going at it, child. DTB didn't waste no time with her. So they start going at it, and Tavy's like, "Oh, you want to come at me over an opinion? Like, everybody has opinions. I spoke on a lot of things. I spoke on a lot of people, but you just want to come at me? Like, you're the only person I spoke on?" And I do remember Tavy talking about, she was on Instagram, but I don't remember her calling out DTB's name per se. I just remember her saying that, a lot of people are, they're not respecting Natalie. They're not grateful and thankful that Natalie gave them an opportunity and stuff like that. She was just like speaking in general on like girls that be coming at Natalie sideways, but she never called anybody's name out specifically. If she said something about Diamond after that, I don't know. I didn't catch it. But the post that I saw on Instagram, she was just speaking in general on girls that be coming at Natalie sideways in general. So obviously, if the shoe fits, you got to wear it. So DTB wore that shoe. So they start going at it, Tavi or Tavy, whatever her name is, she threw the first punch. And she got a good, I will say, she got a good hit in from DTB, but then after, they were just like, yeah, I don't know. She got a good hit in DTB. Security broke it up. They sat back down. They're going at it again, dissing each other. And yeah, it was funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like, some of the insults, DTB was like, "Oh, you embarrassed yourself by coming on here with that wig." I don't see nothing wrong with Tabby's wig. Tabby's wig looks a lot like Scotty's wig, to be honest. And DTB, you're wearing a head wrap, so I wouldn't talk about nobody's wig if I were you. Okay, you come on here with a head wrap, so yeah. Where's your wig? You could afford a wig? Like, what's going on? So yeah, so they're just going at it. Yeah, just they're just going at it. So then Tavi, she wanted to run it with DTB really bad. And Ivory, the referee, she's just like, "You know what, mama, it's a time and a place, and now is not the time or the place." So back with the other sprinter, I don't know how many hours have passed. I don't know how much time has passed, but they finally let the big three back on the sprinter, and it shit goes up again. So they let them back on the sprinter, and as soon as they let them back on, Fauna, she shot something. I think it was at Summer, and child, they start going at it again. Okay, again. So they're cussing each other out. They're going at it, and then back on the other sprinter, um, the girls are talking. Pretty Peace talking about how she got her purse stolen or her watch stolen or something like that. And she's ready to run it with Summer or Dolly or whoever stole from her purse. So again, I think it was someone asked DTB like, "Oh, what's your issue with I think it was Russian Cream. She asked DTB, what is your issue with Natalie? And DTB explains her issue with Natalie. And Tavi's like, okay, well, why did you wait till 2 seasons to, finally go after Natalie and hit her and stuff like that? And DTB's like, look, if you were watching, if you were paying attention, you would know that I tried to go after Natalie. I wanted to go after Natalie for the Baddies Caribbean reunion, but I couldn't. She got up and, I didn't really get a chance to go at her how I wanted to. She made sure to stay far from me, so I had to sneak her. It is what it is, She's been saying slick shit to me, and honestly, I just feel like DTV, she made the fans hype her up to go after Natalie. Okay? She let the fans get in her ear because look, DTB on Baddies Caribbean, you were fucking annoying. Okay? Like when she first came on, she was really annoying. This woman would not stop talking about Tink. Every chance she got, Tinka this, Tinka that. I'm gonna keep fighting and keep fighting and keep fighting. And she was annoying. She was very, very annoying, okay? Like she was annoying, okay? I'm sorry. DTB was annoying. I didn't even like her. Like I started liking DTB towards the end of the season, like the middle to the end, but in the beginning, DTB, you were annoying. And I think that's the real reason why Natalie just didn't like you, because you were annoying. You would get drunk and you would just talk about Tinka. Tinka was living rent-free in your head. Okay? So, yeah, I think that's the real reason why. And yeah, Natalie just never really liked you. I think she tried, but she just, I don't know. So I get it. Like you were annoying. And Natalie you just were not her cup of tea. And you know what? If I had a tampon string hanging out of my panty, I would want somebody to tell me too. It is what it is. So yeah, so they're talking and everything. And Tavy's just like, yeah, I see everything. So I know what's going on. I know, what she be doing, what you be doing and everything. And they're just going at it. And Tabby's just like, you a clout chaser and everything. And Tabby said something. Tabby told DTV, you sound like you got cum stuck in your throat. Oh my God. That sent me. You know why? Because look, when DTB yells, she is very annoying, okay? This bitch sounds like Eddie Murphy, okay? When she talks in her regular voice, I can handle her. I can listen to her. No problem. But when DTB starts yelling, she sounds like Oscar from Sesame Street and Eddie Murphy all in one. Her voice is, I would say she sounds more like Eddie Murphy. Her voice is very annoying. I hate when she starts screaming. I hate when she starts yelling. I can't take her voice, okay? She really do sound like a man. So when Tavy said that, she sounded like she got cum stuck in her throat. That sent me, okay? That sent me. So anyway, back on the other sprinter, these girls, they're just squabbling again. Like, I would say majority of this episode, that's really what it was. Like, the girls were just squabbling. What's her name? Summer. She took K Weekend's vape, was blowing the smoke back at them. It was crazy, okay? Like, it was just crazy. They started shooting shit at the newbies too. It was funny. This one, Cole Killer, she took like a lunch and was trying to shoot it at them. And like one of the security was like, no, girl, you ain't doing that. You ain't finna do that. Sorry. We're not doing that over here. And then this one, K Rican, aka crackhead Nunu. That's what she reminded me of Nunu on crack. She reminded me of Nunu on crack, okay? She just going off and talking all that shit. Oh, yeah, Dolly thinks she a eater now because Tasiki ain't here and blah, blah, blah. Girl, Anywho, so on the other sprinter, from one drama to the next, we got DTB and what's her name? We got DTB. I just saw a text from someone. So yeah, DTB and Tavy, they're going at it again for the third time, arguing again. And I think Tavi was like, "Oh, you want to run it? Whatever, you want to run it." And DTB's like, "Yeah, we could run it." So she ends up shooting water. She caught Tavy by surprise. She shoots water on Tavy. And yeah, I thought the thing is Tavy waited too long to swing on DTB. If I was Tavy, from the time DTB shot that water, I would have either swung on her or I would have shot something back. I'll be the referee over here is like, wait. There's no fucking wait. If you shoot something at me, there's no waiting. There's no waiting. I'm not waiting for you to get in position to fight me. If you shoot something at me, I'm either going to shoot something right back or I'm going to swing on you. Ain't no wait. There's no waiting. Okay? You shoot something at me, that means it's go time. Okay? Did you wait to shoot? Did you wait for me to get in position before you shot something at me? No. So if you shoot something at me, I'm swinging or I'm shooting something right freaking back. It is what it is. What? Wait. There's no wait. Tavi, you gave DTB too much time. You gave this bitch time to take off her jacket. You gave her time to position herself on the bus to do this. Kick you. Tavi's taking off her shirt. Child, I would have went at that bitch. I would have went straight. I would have picked up my water, the closest thing in reach, and I would have shot it at that bitch head. DTB wouldn't have time to take off her jacket and position herself to kick me. You crazy? She wouldn't have time to do all of that. I'm sorry. You gave her too much time just for her to what? Just for you to slip and for her to pound you in your head. This is why I don't give bitches no time. You shoot something that it means go time. Okay? You initiated the fight, it's go time. I don't care. So yeah, DTB won that round, of course. And Tavy, she's like, "No, I'm not happy. This is on national TV. She used a prop. I'm not happy. I'm gonna run that with you. Next time, when we get off this bus, I'm gonna run that with you. It's not fair. She used a prop." Scotty's there trying to, "Oh no, but then like, no." Tabby's like, no, I'm not happy with that. No, we gotta run another fade. And DTB is like, "Girl, I just beat your ass." And Tabby's like, "Oh yeah, you beat my ass? I want you to do it again. Do it again." That's the same shit I would have said. So anywho, next scene, we are at the Baddies Africa house, and it looks so nice. Oh my gosh. Look at that big ass pool. I love this house. Natalie and Rolly, they arrive. They're looking at how beautiful the house is. And Rolly was like, "I think this is probably the best Baddies house we've ever had on Baddies." And I think so too. Like, I mean, I've never seen any of these houses in person, but I think so. This house is huge. Huge. I'm sure all the baddies can fit in here, how big this house is. So anywho, we have the African dancers. They're here. They look so cute. Oh my gosh. They look so cute. They look like kids, but they're so cute. Oh my gosh. In their costumes and everything, it is so beautiful. But it's a shame that, anyway. Let me just finish this review. So the director, he's telling Natalie, we have a show for you guys. We have a dance show that we have rehearsed, we've prepared for you guys. And, we want to greet you. Welcome to Africa. Welcome to South Africa. And we have this little show that we've prepared for you guys. to see. And Natalie's like, oh, that's great, but there's a lot more girls to come. It's not just me and Rolly. There's more girls to come, so just hold off on the show, and we're just gonna get some drinks in the meantime. But just hold off on the show until all the other girls get here. And they're like, okay, no problem. So Natalie and Rolly go to the Baddie bar to have Baddie shot o'clock, right? Because what else are they gonna do? And then the first sprinter comes, it arrives, and the first people we see are the trio, the big three. So of course they let them off the bus first because they can't let all the girls off the bus at once because like it's melee, like the melee is gonna happen. So the trio comes off the bus first, and the African dancers, they're there to greet them. They're singing, they're clapping, they're dancing, beating the drums and everything. I love this, and they love it too. They're enjoying it, they're dancing and everything. And Summer's enjoying herself, but Summer, she's keeping, you know she's keeping her eyes and ears sharp, and she already sees what's coming. Okay, she sees trouble coming, and the trouble is Fauna and Kokilla. So I mean, she sees them before the other two see them. Like, they're so caught up in the dances and the dancers that Summer sees these two girls first, and she just starts going at it. And yeah, they start running their fade. And then Dolly and Big Alex, then they finally see Summer, and they join in, and they go and defend their friend. So they're running fades, um what or I think it's Summer and Fauna, they run their fade, and Cold Killer and Dolly, they run their fade. And Dolly, I will say a lot of the fights on Baddies have been trash so far, but Dolly got Cold Killer. She got her. She got Cold Killer. She got her. She got her. So and it was so funny because all while this was going on, the dancers were still dancing, child. They did not care. They did not business. They were still dancing. They just said, you know what? We're paid. We're here to dance, so we just gonna dance. Okay? They did what they came to do. And yeah, so they did what they came to do. And Natalie wants to know, what's going on, like what's the beef, what's up. And Fauna lets Natalie know, this bitch Summer was, she wasn't putting no respect on my name. She didn't put no respect on my name. So, we got to run that fade, you know? And, Summer's just like, it is what it is. Show me your baddest bitch. Fauna said, not you. I thought that was funny. And yeah, she just keeps explaining to Natalie what the issue was. Natalie's like, I didn't know you guys had beef. I didn't know you guys had an issue. And, Kay Rican and them, they're like, we didn't have an issue until today. So, they're just going back and forth at it. And, Natalie's just like, look, enough of this arguing bullshit. You guys are going to have to stay in this house. You're going to have to live in this house together. So whatever issues y'all have, get it off your chest now, aka fight. And that's exactly what they did. Summer and Cold Killer, they ran their ones, they ran their fade. And yeah, I would have said Summer won that, but yeah, she was winning until Cold Killer. I'm mixing these girls' names up, child. She was winning until Cold Killer got on top of her and just, well, I don't know what she did. She got on top of her, and what did she do? Because she wasn't really throwing no hands, but she did kick Summer at the end. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to Cold Killer. Then Dolly and Kay Rican, they start going at it, and yeah, Dolly got that. Dolly definitely got that. Mm-hmm. Then Dolly and Fauna, I don't know who won this. I really don't know. I don't know what they were doing, but yeah, I don't know. So anyway, Natalie broke it up. She broke up the fight because she's like, I'm not gonna let you guys say that I'm not gonna give y'all the opportunity to say Natalie don't break up fights anymore, so I'm breaking this shit up. Okay? So she broke up the fights, and they go back to dancing. They go back to, shaking ass and twerking and dancing and whatnot. Natalie gets in on it, and she's dancing with the big three. So then we have the second sprinter. They show up, they arrive. Scotty, Ivory, Pretty P, DTB, everybody arrives. Tavy, Baby, LCK. They're greeting them. Some of the newbies, they're greeting them. They're excited to see them. DTB is the last to come off the sprinter because she doesn't really know what to expect. She has her guard up, so So then, I guess Pretty P told Natalie that the big three, they took my watch. So Natalie's just like, she's asking Dolly like, who has her watch? Pretty P said one of y'all have her watch. So while she's saying that, Summer puts her watch on her hand. And Natalie sees that, and Natalie's just like, Summer, I thought you said you didn't have an issue with Pretty P. Just give her the watch. And Pretty P sees that Summer has her watch. So, she wants Summer to give her watch. And Summer's like, no, I'm not giving you the watch. So they start running their fade. And I think Pretty P forgot her hands in the last season because I don't know what she was doing. This fight was ass. Okay? She did charge her like a bull, but I mean, as far as like hands, I don't know what she was doing. So anyway, Summer ended up taking her watch and throwing it in the pond in front of the house, and yeah. Summer, you're wrong for that. And everyone was just looking at her like, oh girl. Mm-mm. They did not like that. They did not like that. Especially Natalie. And I think Summer did it because I think Pretty P said something because Summer was saying, oh, fuck who dead mama, so I think Pretty P might have said something about Summer's mom. I think we all know by now both of Summer's parents are deceased, so I think Pretty P said something about Summer's mom being dead or whatever. I think she spoke ill on her because Summer was saying that, and I'm like, oh, did you say something about her mom being dead, or were you making fun of her mom being dead? Because if you did, girl, you deserve. I would have thrown your watch in the pond too. So yeah, everybody was like, wow, Summer, you really just did that. I think Natalie was even more upset than Pretty P was, and it wasn't even her watch. Natalie was looking at the pond like she was trying to figure out a way to get that watch out of the pond. But anyway, Pretty P was like, not on my watch. She wraps her hair up and she goes after Summer again, and they run another fade, but this time she did damage. She did damage because Summer's mouth was bloody. She wasn't missing no teeth or anything, but her mouth was a little bloody, I will say that. So Dolly, you wrong for this. Dolly was like, oh, it ain't nothing new. We all know Summer can't fight. And I'm like, Dolly, why would you say this? Why would you say this, Dolly? Summer is your friend. Why would you? Even if, okay, we all know Summer is not the best fighter. She's probably the weakest fighter on the show. Okay? But why would you say that? Like, that's your friend. You're supposed to hype your friend up. You're supposed to gas your friend up. You don't talk about how your friend can't fight. What's wrong with you, girl? What is wrong with you? We all know Summer can't fight. You don't say that about your even if it is true. You don't say that about your friend Dolly. Come on. What's wrong with you? So anyway, Natalie's like, Summer, you could have just given her the watch. It's not your watch. Summer's like, it's the pawn watch now. It's the pawn's watch now. And I'm like, Summer, you wrong for that. So anyway, Natalie looks at Pretty P and she's like, don't worry. We will get you a new watch. You're gonna, I don't know if she said she's gonna get her watch back or she's gonna get her a new watch, but Natalie's like, you will have a watch, Pretty P, okay? Don't worry about it. And yeah, yeah. Poor Pretty P. So anywho, so Diamond comes in, she walks into the room, and Natalie's just like, hi Diamond, you apologized last season on the reunion, so what's the beef? What's the smoke now? Like, what's your issue? And DTB, she explains her issue. You be saying slick shit, talking about my tampon, this, that, calling me clout chaser. And Natalie's like, yeah, I don't like clout chasers. I don't. Yeah, I don't. DTB's like, yeah, you call me Ann Moore. You say I remind you of Ann Moore. And I'm like, DTB, you do. You do. No shade. No shade. But you do remind us about Ann Moore. You do. Like, you do. Like, not even just the way you look, but the shit you do. It's giving Ann Moore. Like, Natalie wasn't wrong for saying that. She wasn't wrong. So yeah, Natalie's like, look, it is what it is. I don't like clout chasers. You're a clout chaser. And DTB's like, yeah, I am a clout chaser. I don't care. So you want to run it? You want to fight? And Natalie's just like, no, I'm not giving you that because I'm not giving you the clout that you want. And I'm like, as you should, Natalie. Listen, if I was Natalie, DTB wouldn't even be on my show, let alone, okay? Let alone try to call me out on a fade talking about, yeah, I want some clout. What? Natalie, you better than me because that bitch wouldn't even be on my show if I didn't like her, if I didn't want her on my show. She wouldn't even be on my show. Okay? But I mean, hey, Natalie's a businesswoman and it's for the ratings. I get it. For all we know, this beef could have they could have rehearsed this for all we know. This could have been fake. This beef could have this could all be a storyline. This Natalie versus DTB thing, it could all be like for the show, for all we know. So anywho, so then Tabby baby, yes. She's looking at DTB and she goes to DTB. Me and you still have a fate to run. So give me that. I need that because you still owe me a fade. So you know what? Give me that. And DTB's like, oh, you want a fade? All right, let's get it. So they run their fade. They run their fade. And I would say the first round, I don't know what they were doing. They looked like they were just pulling each other's shirts, slapping hands, high-fiving. I didn't really see nothing, but that second round, Tabby got DTB good in the face. She gave her one hard punch in that face, child. She made Gloria the Hippo. She stumbled a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie. You got Ivory the referee trying to coach DTB. DTB, uppercut. Okay, step back, push back, move. All right, dodge your head. All right, punch, uppercut. And I'm like, Ivory, ugh. You're annoying me. You're starting to annoy me, Ivory. You're starting to annoy me, okay? So anyway, yeah. They go for their second round. And while they're fighting, this was so funny. While they're fighting, while they're running their fade, Lex, Big Lex, sneaks Scotty. I'm sorry. I'm here for it. I know sneaking, we always say sneaking is a bitch move. But let me tell you, I am here for it. Okay. If it's Scotty, I'm here for it. Okay. I'm here for it because Scotty is like Natalie. Okay. If you want to get her, you gotta sneak her. You cannot run. You can't square up with Scotty. It's not gonna work. If you want to get Scotty, you gotta sneak her. You gotta sneak her. That's the only way. And I'm sure Lex has figured that out by now. Like, you're not gonna get past security. So, when it comes to certain people, like, you're just like, security is gonna be biased. They are. We saw the fight with Stunna Girl and Ahna. security is very biased, and they're extremely biased when it comes to Scotty. Okay, we already saw that with Scotty and Anna, Scotty and Emma, sorry, last season. So yeah, kudos to Lex for sneaking Scotty, because she got her good. She got her good. She got her good. So yeah. I think even DTB and Tavy stopped fighting just to look at that. They got Scotty good. Lex got her good. Shout out to Lex. Shout out to Big Lex for sneaking Scotty. Child, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, because you know what? If Natalie's not off limits, guess what? Scotty's not off limits too. So I'm here for it. So anyway, that was it for the second episode of Baddies Africa. You guys let me know how you feel in the comments. Yeah, what has been your favorite fight so far for the season? In my opinion, they've all been pretty trash, but I mean, hey, you let me know your comments on Ahna versus Stunna Girl, Lex versus Scotty, Tavy Baby versus DTB. Let me know how you feel about DTB still being allowed to be on the show, even though she's clearly beefing with Natalie. How do you feel about Summer throwing what's her name? Pretty P's watch in the pond, and Pretty P speaking on Summer's deceased mother. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Let me know how you're liking the season so far. I know it's only been like 2 episodes, but let me know what you think about the season so far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, of course, comment. I love to read your comments. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.